I don't know. I'm bored and anxious and restless. And I'm streaming for some reason. I don't know. It's what I decided to do. No one's watching this. No one's going to watch this. I guess it's just an excuse to talk into the void. A Twitch void. Can you even hear me? Twitch void. I need a haircut. So badly. I have a viewer. Hello. I'm just bored and talking to myself. MCZ is happening right now. I don't know why I'm not watching it. I normally watch it. I'm into the Minecraft stuff. So what's happening? Single viewer? Not much, I guess. This is not going to last long. My arm is tired, and I'm holding my phone with my arm. I need to figure out an actual stream setup at some point. And I'm going to, but mental health stuff keeps getting in the way. As per usual. I'm just sitting on my bed. And that's a stick. I have a stick in my bedroom. It's a random stick I found at the shore of a lake. It was pretty cool because the beavers had chewed off all the bark. So there's just a bunch of beaver teeth marks in it. And I've had it for years. I don't know why. I just like it. Oops. The camera on this phone is in a really awkward place. It's not in the middle. Top middle is in the top left side, which is the bottom left corner. So I can't like hold the phone with my left hand at all without that happening. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. What shall I talk about? Is there really one viewer? Or is that like a bot or something? Who knows? I don't know Twitch. This is my first real stream. And my arm's getting tired. That helps. It's just kind of one of those days where I want to talk. I want to chat with people. I've got all these thoughts going through my head, but I'm just too mentally exhausted. which I guess is why I'm streaming, because I can just talk when I feel like it. Because I know nobody's gonna care. If they get bored, they can just stop watching. What kind of haircut should I get? I normally get it pretty short, like a pixie cut. Now it's turning into some kind of awkward mullet. Not cool. Some people can pull off a mullet. I am not one of those people. Maybe I should stop. Yeah, no, I'm just making faces. Add the camera. For my maybe one viewer, according to that little red dot. What did I think I was going to talk about? No idea. Talk about the song I have in my head. It's not my favorite song. It just gets stuck in my head easily. What's it called? Oh, Your New Boyfriend by Wilbur Soot. That is in my head right now. I guess he would be streaming MCC right now. Unless it's over, I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not watching it. Stuff to do, I guess. I'll watch a VOD later. Hopefully I won't get spoiled as to who wins. I'm partly just curious to see how long it takes before somebody says something in the chat. But that seems unlikely to happen anytime soon. I'm wearing a Game Theory merch. I only have two, I have merch from two YouTubers. Because I am poor. I would have more, but I am poor. Game Theory and Unis Honest. I'm kind of glad I got it on that before, you know, it ceased to exist. There's stuff happening out the door. Should I post this to YouTube? I've got like 3 regular viewers on YouTube. I average about 3 or 4 views per my recent videos. Does it say, how do I tell how long I've been streaming? Am I sideways or does it automatically adjust? Can I even write in the chat? I don't think I can. I know streamers can type in the chat on PC. I'm tapping the chat screen and nothing's happening. What does this do? Oh. Switches cameras. So yeah, I don't know how long this has been going. I'm probably blocking the microphone. That's not a problem. The microphone is on the side or the bottom of the phone. Now time for unflattering angles because my arm is tired. That's a blanket on my wall. I did not put it there. My sister-in-law decided to decorate my bedroom. I kind of like it. Just a blanket with a flower. Plastic flower. I'm really curious if that one viewer is a real person. But since you're not typing in the chat, I may never know. I look so pale in this lighting. I feel like I have a lot of stuff to talk about until I turn the camera on. And then my brain just completely empties itself. Which is even more of a problem with vlogs. Which is what I mostly do. And by mostly, I mean I've made 4 vlogs in the past 4 years. I did Let's Plays and vlogs and all that stuff years ago. That was really fun. I hope to be able to do it again. But right now my mental health is just too bad. Cannot focus on anything. There's no way I can edit videos. Which is why I decided to start streaming. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully I'll be able to stream something more interesting eventually. Because I myself am not very interesting. No, I'm interesting. I just don't have a lot to talk about right now. I could talk about my YouTube channel. It was really fun. Really fun. I only did like 3 or 4 full Let's Plays, and then I played half of Half-Life. That was really fun, but then that's when my mental health took a real nosedive, and I had to stop. And then I posted some vlogs updating people about stuff, and then I couldn't do that anymore. And then 4 years passed, and I decided to start vlogging again. I need to look more into the whole dead channel thing on YouTube. I heard I don't know where I heard it, I don't know who said it, but I heard that if you made videos and then you take a really, really long break, like 4 years, and then try to start uploading again, the algorithm just does not accept, does not push your videos out at all. So now I'm just like, should I make a new channel? Should I just stream on Twitch? Well, I mean, there are my 3 or 4 viewers. So I'll keep making vlogs as long as somebody's watching. They're mostly just old friends catching up, keeping up with me. I don't know. What's a semi-disabled person to do? I'll get there eventually. My goal is to be able to make a small living off streaming or YouTube or both. But I don't want to be like super successful. And not because, it's not because I don't want success, it's because I don't want fame. I don't want to be like one of those people where gets recognized just walking down the street. I don't want that. Not that that's likely to happen, of course, but, hypothetically. I'm beginning to. Did I already say that? I think I'm repeating myself now. But I'm. I have a feeling no one's watching this. I don't know why it says I have 1 viewer. What happens if I click on that? Tap, 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 tap. Oh. It shows how long I've been streaming. 2, supposedly 1 viewer. 18 minutes. I've talked about nothing for about 20 minutes. Makes sense. There's one thing I could talk about. My weird mental health problems. Specifically, the state I'm in as far as my clinical depression, where I want to be interested in things, I want to do things, I want to enjoy things, but I just don't. And it's not me, of course. It's not like I just don't find anything interesting. It's the depression kind of like forcing away my interest in things. So I'm left in this state where I miss things. Earlier today, I was reminded of a podcast I used to listen to, and I missed the podcast. It's still going. I could still listen to it. But that part of my brain that's being suppressed by the depression doesn't allow me to find it interesting. Like, I try listening to it and I'm just bored out of my mind. Like, it's hard to explain. unless you've ever experienced clinical depression. Still better than I was about a month ago, though. That was when it was the full blown, the whole 9 yards as far as my entire brain was just in zombie mode. I was numb emotionally. I couldn't. Not only did I have a lack of interest in anything, nothing could give. I couldn't feel anything at all. So I was just like bedridden for day in and day out, trying to flip through random videos on YouTube, desperately trying to find something to hold my interest. Yep, this is definitely better than that. I did find one thing. Oddly enough, the one thing that did hold my interest for a while was the Dream SMP, which is odd for me. Well, not that odd, because I've always had an interest in like role play stuff. I play D&D when I can. My current group is on hiatus because the DM is pretty busy. But yeah, role playing and just messing around with friends and stuff, that's my jam. So I guess when I was super depressed and I wasn't able to do that myself, I was sort of able to live vicariously through the players on the Dream SMP. So that was able to hold my interest, and the stories and stuff, and some of the acting even was pretty good, enough that I actually felt things occasionally. Still a really weird state I was in, though. Really bad state. And now my brain has gone back to not being able to find interest in anything whatsoever. But I have more mental energy, I guess. So I can do this, I can talk, I can have opinions, and it's yeah. I've said it's weird like 5 times now, but what what do you want from me? It is. I wonder if I should tweet that I'm streaming. I don't get a lot of views on Twitter either, though, so. How does one grow their following in this day and age? Especially one as old and not particularly attractive as I. I'm kidding, of course, about the attractive part. I am kind of old, considering most people who watch. Well, I don't know. It depends. I guess there are older people, or not older people my age who watch Twitch and YouTube. I mean, I do. Yeah, I just need to somehow find that audience of people who can relate to me. Maybe I should stream Minecraft. Even though with the state of my mental health and that the lack of interest thing carries over to video games also. Like I used to enjoy playing Minecraft a lot. Maybe I can just force it so people have something to watch other than this. More interesting. This lighting makes it's like really soft, so I look kind of like I'm glowing. And as much as I don't believe there's anybody watching this, I'm looking at the thing that says one viewer and pretending there's somebody watching this. So I don't feel like I'm just talking to myself. Maybe somebody will watch the VOD if I put it on YouTube. Can I do that? I don't know how to do that. I'm sure I can, but because I know other people who have done it. I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm a boomer millennial. I was born in the 80s. Can you believe that? One viewer who may or may not exist. It's hard for me to believe. I mean, I was born in the tail end of the 80s, 89, but still. Maybe next time I'll stream, next time I stream, I'll actually wear makeup. Then I'll look decent. Instead of whatever this is. Exhausted. Pale. No, I'm even more pale. I'm the same color as the wall. What is this? What am I doing? What am I doing? Resort to making faces at the camera. Ooh, I know what I can do. Hold on a second. Oh. Wow. I have a friend. His shirt is a little messed up right now. Let me fix that. He was on the floor. So, potential single viewer, say hello to Lincoln, my life-sized human skeleton. He's got a snazzy vacation shirt, dad shirt of some sort. Because he's a cool skeleton. He's a chill skeleton, not a spooky one. His head doesn't turn. It's very hard to articulate. Oh no. And his hand is broken. Okay. Enough of that. Oh, that's something I could talk about. You may not believe this, possible single viewer, but I sometimes have dreams in which something happens before it happens in real life. Prophetic. I have prophetic dreams occasionally. They're always extremely trivial, though, and I can't predict. Whoa, excuse me. I can't actually predict the future because it's just a random dream up until the point where the thing happens the next day. And by that point, it's too late to do anything about it. So it's just, it happens, and I'm like, wait a minute. I dreamed this. Whoa. Oh well. Yeah, that happened last night. I dreamed about a person I hadn't thought about in a long time. And then that person was mentioned on or that person posted on social media the next day. Today. Not the best example. That could have been a coincidence. But it's happened where it was too much to be a coincidence before, and it used to happen a lot, so it doesn't happen as much now. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I'm kind of enjoying this. Just talking to myself, not knowing if somebody's watching it or not. I think I will upload this on YouTube, even if nobody watches it. I have a scar on my chin. Right here. I got that by riding a... Okay, well, first of all, don't get a bicycle that had been thrown out into a creek and start riding it. That's not smart. So what happened was I got a bicycle that somebody had dumped in a creek, and I kept it as my own, and it was mostly fine, except for one minor problem that ended up being more of a major problem, as it turned out. The handle was loose, so you turn the handle too quickly, the front wheel did not turn with it. So this is the bike I decided to ride down a hill on. And at the bottom of the hill was my best friend's house. So I'm going down the hill. Super fun. I had a helmet on, safety first. And I turned the wheel as to not hit the house, but I turned the handle and the wheel did not turn. So I ran straight into a brick wall. And my head was protected, my skull was protected because of the helmet. But what ended up happening was my head, the momentum kept me going, so that even though my head was blocked with the helmet, my chin was thrust forward. So I split my chin open to the point where you could see bone. I had to get a bunch of stitches. I had to eat liquid food for like a week. I was a bit of a wild child. A bit adventurous, but also not the brightest. A dangerous combination. Yeah. Well, not the wisest, I should say. I wasn't exactly dumb. Just didn't bother. Like, I had the ability to think things through, I just didn't. Yeah, I was like 8. So I've had that scar for, oh gosh, math. I have to do math. Is that right? Yeah, I've had that scar for 25 years. Wow. And now it's time for my brain to zone out, apparently. So if there is somebody watching this, you can just sit in silence with me for a bit until I think of something else to talk about. I hope I'm not talking too quietly because I'm really tired. Hopefully you can hear me. How long have I been streaming? 37 minutes. Really? It's been almost 20 minutes since I last checked. It doesn't feel like it's been 20 minutes. Huh. I guess I'm not as bad as at just finding random shit to talk about as I thought it was. Because when I'm vlogging, it's very different. When I'm vlogging, there's like a time limit. There's like an urgency. Like you have to keep talking, you have to keep it interesting. Especially because I don't edit my vlogs. So I have all this pressure to, not have a bunch of blank space or silence or whatever. But with this, it's more casual. And because of that pressure and mild social anxiety that I have, it is really difficult to record vlogs. I mean, I do it, but you can see when you watch it that I'm just kind of struggling to think. But I feel like doing this kind of frees my brain a little bit so I can just start talking, and even if no one's listening. I wonder if MCC is over now. My hand is getting tired now. Let's see if I can switch hands. That works. IDEC. That's how I always read IDEK. IDEC. And then there's the subject of my screen name. It was kind of random how I got that. And I'm wondering if I should change it. Nugget. I mean, I kind of like it still, but I'm just wondering if I should make it a little more personal, I guess, like more of a name. I would use Min Anthony, which is not my real name, but it's another common screen name I use. I'm just staring at myself in the camera. Yeah. So, single viewer, potential single viewer who may or may not exist. You probably would be saying something in the chat if you were someone who watches my YouTube videos. So, you probably don't know that I am undergoing a treatment for my clinical depression because what's it called? I have treatment-resistant depression, meaning, of course, what it sounds like. I've tried a bunch of different treatments for it and nothing has helped. So I'm doing this special treatment that involves magnets somehow. I don't fully understand it. It's something about stimulating parts of my brain that are not working properly. But it involves this machine that they put like on the side of my head, and it kind of goes tick, 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 and every tick is like a pulse, and it feels weird. And if they put it in the wrong spot, which they've done occasionally, my hand it'll stimulate my muscles, so then my hand will just go involuntarily. Which they said is harmless, it's just annoying. It's kind of funny. Anyway, it's like I think it was a 3-month treatment, and I'm in the last month. And it has, I mean, it's helped. It's definitely helped. The fact that I'm doing this right now is proof that it has helped a lot. But as I was saying earlier, I still have a lot of symptoms of a lot of the more debilitating symptoms of the depression. And I'm hoping that those get cleared up by the end of the treatment, but I don't know. It's looking less and less likely as we're getting to the end of the treatment. And then honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe it's something that I just kind of have to push past on my own. And before the treatment, that was just an impossible thing, you know. But maybe the treatment is at least giving me enough internal strength to kind of pull myself the rest of the way out of the depression. Hopefully. What time is it? It's almost 5:30 where I am. I am chewing my lips. It's a bad habit. I should probably eat something soon, which means ending the stream. The stream to no one, probably. I wonder if I could Google it. Maybe there's like some kind of bot that Twitch puts in automatically. No, because it said 0 viewers for the first like 5 minutes. I don't know. Say something, viewer. Prove to me that you exist. No. I definitely need a haircut. But I don't want a haircut, you know? I want my hair to be shorter, but I don't want to go through the process of going to a stylist and trying to figure out what kind of haircut I want. Because I don't know what I want. I just need it to be shorter. I had super long hair for most of my life. So long that I would accidentally sit on it. But about 4 or 5 years ago, I was going through like this severe anxiety episode, you know, practically a full-blown nervous breakdown situation where I really should have been hospitalized, but we couldn't afford it, so I had to work that out myself. Well, I mean, I saw a psychiatrist, don't worry. I was seeing a doctor, but still slower than it could have been, the recovery from that. I hear people. My brother's home from work. I live with 2 of my brothers. It's my 2 youngest siblings. It's so weird. Weird that my youngest brother is now working full-time, I think. Or maybe it's part-time, I don't know. But it's a real job. And here I am, never having had a job at all. And I am 33 years old. Having vague disabilities is not fun. It's hard to it's hard not to just feel like a waste of space. Like I should be doing more with my life, but I have to remind myself that I am technically disabled, and there are reasons why I don't do more. I don't know. Life is complicated. Lock screen, hide chat, and mute microphone. Those are my only options. It's been 50 minutes. Yeah, I think I'll end it at an hour. It's hard to believe I've been talking to myself for this long. Or maybe one viewer. I can almost hear what they're saying, so it's kind of distracting. My brain is like, wants to try to figure out what they're talking about, but I can't quite hear them. I don't know if you can hear them at all. Yeah. What is there to talk about for 10 minutes? Is it 10 minutes? Yeah. About how shaky the camera is. Because I'm tired. Okay. There. That's better. So apparently about an hour is my limit. That's how much I can talk before I just get too tired. But I want to go for at least an hour. So every time, my bedroom is right next to the front door to this apartment, and every time anybody opens and shuts the front door, my bedroom door rattles, so it sounds like someone's opening my door. I'm used to it now, but it's still kind of annoying. Am I off center? I'm in the center of the screen if I don't include the chat box. But including the chat box, this would be the center. But I can see a bit of video behind the chat box, so I'm assuming this is the center. Not that it matters. No one's going to be rating my camera framing abilities, as long as you can see my face. At least my arms are getting a bit of a workout. I have incredibly weak arms. I definitely want this chopped off. The mullet. But I kind of like the length up here. So I think I'll keep that. Maybe get like a fade or something. I don't know. Not a real fade, but like something similar. It's been so long that I've had all these health problems that I don't know if it's just my natural face or constant fatigue, but it makes it look like my resting face. My eyelids are like half closed. Were they always like that? I wonder. There, now I'm a normal person. I'm not. Now I'm very not. What am I doing? Definitely getting hungry. Which is another improvement of the treatment. I had no appetite. Like, I had to force myself to eat anything, even if it was something that was tasty, you know? The good side of that, the silver lining, is I have lost a few pounds, which is good because I am overweight. And I've been struggling with that since I gained weight a couple years ago. It's just really hard when you have chronic fatigue and you can't exercise, and I have all sorts of food sensitivities, so it's hard to find food that is both healthy and doesn't make me sick in some way. So it's a struggle. But such is life. This is supposed to be chamomile flavored or scented or whatever with a hint of lemon, but all I can detect is the hint of lemon, which is fine because I like lemon. It's Now I'm talking about my lip balm. Has it been an hour yet? Yep, it's been an hour. Okay, so I guess it's time. It's time to say goodbye to my possible viewer who may or may not exist. It would be really funny if you were actually watching and you posted a comment right at the last second. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it. I'll work out doing some kind of more interesting stream sometime in the future. So if you are real, one viewer, be sure to follow. Or don't if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. I don't know how to end it. I'm just gonna do it, I guess. Bye.